going to do a Q&A with both of them. You guys have questions. As you can see tonight, it was a mixture. Everybody has a story. I have mine. Pedro, coach. So we're going to open it up for questions and answers with Mr. Benny Salas, Pedro, and me. Any questions you guys might have?
The kid in the front.
Question for Carmelo.
Yes, sir.
What is the most expensive jet you've sold so far?
The most expensive jet I've sold so far hasn't been sold yet. I'm in the process of selling a $35 million jet to a $9 billion client who is famous. But the actual close sale has been a $5 million acquisition. Now, I did learn through the risk of stuff that I can purchase the jet for myself and flip it, just like you flip a home. Now, this was not really a thing in the world that I'm in. So I figured, I'm like, wait a minute. What are you crazy? You're gonna make 10%? Why are you gonna make 10%? We can buy it. Let's negotiate down with the owner. Let's beat him down for a price. Let's buy it, hold it, and flip it. So a $5 million acquisition, through what I've taught my partner how to do, it's equivalent in profit the same as a $30 million sale from Joe Blow the broker. That's because I know how to assess risk and how to talk to people and how to give them a benefit other than just buying an asset. They're buying a lot more than that, which is a tax incentive.
Hey, do me a favor, turn your receiver off so I can use this
Which
mic.
one is the receiver?
The one.
I'm wired up here.
You are the Terminator.
This one
sir.
here? There you go.
Let me see.
That's the one.
There you go.
All right.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Perfect. Yes, sir. Question.
I would like to ask the same question to both of them. Like, if you have to do something again that you haven't done or that you haven't learned, what would be like the best advice you give to someone that wants to go to the next level fast?
Check 1 2.
Give me 1 second.
Okay. Hello? All right. So I would, I don't know, it's weird.
Did you turn that one off?
Check 1 2.
Yeah, I turned it
2.
off.
Okay.
I'm off.
So I would hurry up and fail. I would hurry up and fail as soon as possible. Because what's holding us back is the fact that we're afraid to fail. And so failure is just an opportunity to learn a lesson. Whatever that lesson is. You see, if it's not the thing, it'll be the thing that leads you to the thing. Right?
I agree.
Like, first of all, I just commend you. Like, I'm hearing so many powerful stories of what you're sharing. And I see these two men, and I'm standing in front of guys who are like literally guys who won't quit.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to surround yourself around. You want to be around people who won't quit and who won't give up. Like, I'm inspired by hearing his story. You know, hopefully I have a problem of having to buy a jet from this guy one day. You know what I'm saying? Now I know where he's at. He's right here. You know, I just followed him on Instagram now. So I think for me, the goal is hurry up and fail. Don't overthink, because if you overthink, you undervalue.
The answer to your question is, how do you accelerate your growth, correct? Is it, in short term, that's what you're asking? How to get to the next level quicker?
Yeah, or if you have to do something again, like based on a failure that you had, or trying to do something different today, or if you born today with your experience, what would you advise to others in order so they can do it fast?
Diversify. Diversify early. Partner up with people like my friend, an attorney in the back. People who can help you get there. You can't do it alone. I tried for many years to do it by myself because I'm able, because I did it once. Not anymore. Now I wear many hats, and I do it with the confidence that I have people next to me who know a lot more than me, and I play my role. I play what I know best, and I let other people do what they do best. That's the secret to success. Create a team around you that empowers you and is in sync with you versus I'm just going to build this and everybody follows me. No, listen, I'm willing to follow if you know how to lead. I'm also willing to lead if you don't know how to follow. So that's my advice, to take it to the next level. And like he said, fail. I mean, you can only learn that from failing. You can't learn it from anything else.
Benny, you want to add to that?
Yeah, again, and just kind of echoing what he's saying, I think if you want to accelerate anything, one, surround yourself around good people, right? And here's the deal. Sometimes you have to go through certain experiences, right, to build that confidence, to ask for that business, to ask for that opportunity. We are just one opportunity away from reaching everything that we've been praying about, thinking about, and dreaming about. Just one opportunity.
And it's right in front of you. Most people can't recognize it because of their own ego, it happens, and because of their own desperation to succeed. Everybody wants to succeed. I think everybody's successful because the minute you get up and you do your daily task without hurting others and failing in life, you're succeeding on a day-to-day basis. But if you sink yourself into your day and you look at others that you are surrounded by, you will find the opportunity that will take you to the next level. It's there every day. I've seen it every time I slow down and I look and I go for it. When you're in a hurry, you're going to pass it. So sometimes we got to slow down and see what's in front of us, grab it, and go with it versus just rushing through it. That's worked for me and a lot of the successful people that I've met.
Any other questions? Yes, Patricia?
Well, I have a comment to your point on confidence. It's so crucial in so many ways, particularly with succeeding with the opposite sex. Women will prefer a confident man over a good-looking man any day. The gift of the gab, and I always tell this story when the subject of confidence comes up. When I was in England, I had two male friends, one of them 6'4", stunning, Richard Gere, Colin Firth, Mick.
You're describing me.
I agree with her.
I mean, she's describing. I mean, I'm married. I mean,
Listen, I can easily relate. I'm together with a beautiful young woman, and I'm definitely not 6'5" and good looking, but I am confident.
She's talking about me. I'm only 5'10". I'm just.
Anyway, we had this mate, as we say in England, Brian, right? Brian is losing his hair, he's fat, he's dumpy, okay, and he's walking around with Adonis. They hit the pubs, but Stuart, the good-looking one, had no confidence, no game whatsoever, okay? Brian had all the spiel. He would get the girls' phone numbers every single time. Bald, dumpy Brian. Because he would go up to them, pay them a compliment, lean into them, ask them so on. And I would say to Stuart, you have to have the confidence.
Yeah.
It's not just about the looks. You've got to have the impetus, the drive.
Can I answer something even to that? Sometimes with confidence, the mistake we think is that we have to have an answer. Sometimes confidence is asking the right question. And so sometimes the reason why we don't get a confidence response is we're not confidently asking the right questions. And so what would that look like if we start asking the right questions? It's just as powerful as making a statement. And so oftentimes what ends up happening, right, in situations, I'm sure, what's his name, Richard? Stuart. Great, Stewie.
Brian was the ugly
Brian was the ugly one, okay. They got the girls. I'm sure Brian was asking the right questions.
Yeah, and he was attentive to her. He was focused on the result, getting her phone number, because you're all about results, all you three, okay? Getting her phone number and forgetting the fact that he didn't look great and he succeeded every time.
I want to hire him.
Any other questions? Yes.
You know how to sell.
Yes.
Give me how to sell. you know,
How to sell.
something
It's
that you
easy.
say, you know, you have to do this.
It's the easiest thing in the world. Selling is the easiest thing in the world. You have to find out what the person in front of you wants. And all you have to do is deliver it. See, there's no special trick to selling. There isn't. People think there is. All you have to do is be a truly servant of the person in front of you. So I know how to serve. People confuse that with sales. So I'm not going to say I'm a servant because some people will see you as less than them. But I call myself a salesperson. So you just have to find out what I'm really good at. I'm really good at developing and sustaining relationships. Based on that, I've been able to form a group of professionals with me that allows me to profit in multiple industries. For example, I lend money. I call myself a hard money lender. I really don't lend money. I have really good bankers that lend money. I just know how to talk to someone who needs money. And then I put them on with someone who really knows what they're doing. So forth and so on. Exit strategies. The guys in the room. I know how to find out why you want to exit, when you want to exit. Then I bring in my superstars. I always let my client know, hey, I'm the front man, but I come with a group of great people. So developing relationships is what I'm really great at, and following through, and that's how it's allowed me to diversify, which has led me to many failures, because before I wasn't diversified. I was stuck to one thing, make XYZ money, and go for it. Well, life had other plans, so now I'm like, all right, I can't fail at 5 things. I might fail at 2 or 3, but not at 5.
Well, now the last part of I'm gonna go through this, and I know Benny knows this very well, the hero's journey. What did I say at the beginning? Do you guys remember what I said in the beginning when I first started? That everybody goes through this, right? I did say that. Everybody goes through this every single day of your lives. You just heard 2 stories. Let's go over what I told you today. The call to adventure. My call to adventure was what? When I was 12 years old, when I saw that movie. And every single movie happens at minute number 12. Now let's see if you guys remembered what I had said. Who was my supernatural aid? Do you guys remember? My supernatural aid was the president, who believed in me to go into sales. And what did I do? This happens in it happens in your lives, it happens in their lives, it happened in my life. That's why we're here, because it's all about storytelling. My first supernatural aid was the president who believed in me, said, hey, go into sales. And what did I do? I refused the call. I didn't want to do it. Fear of the unknown. I'm in the ordinary world. Who was a threshold guardian? My girlfriend. She was a threshold guardian. She was like, don't go into it, because you're going to get fired. And then what did I do? From going into the ordinary world, I went into the special world, which I mentioned to you, which was sales. This is what we're just talking about. This is a very special world, sales, by the way. Who was another threshold guardian? Who was a helper? Do you guys remember who my helper was? It was a book. Who was my mentor?
The dummies.
Tom Hopkins. Yeah, she paid attention. Selling for dummies. Thank you, Patricia. Appreciate that. Very good. She's following. She's going to be a master at storytelling. What was my challenges and temptations? Each one of us gave you our challenges and temptations. What was my challenge? I didn't like to draw. I quit my job. What was mentor, Ernie, who said, hey, go into the telecom industry. What was my happiest day of my life? Does anybody remember my story?
Your kid.
When I got my kid, and when I got married, and what was the death of my life? When I got divorced. This happens in everybody's lives, and somebody said it, failure, right? Somebody who said it, Benny? That's it right there. When I lost my home, I was divorced, putting all this money in a down payment in the home, I was at the lowest. It's called the dark night of the soul. You'll see it in every single movie when the hero has no more, there's no way, you say to yourself, oh, there's no way he's gonna get out of that. That's what happens right there. It happened to me when I got divorced. Then my brother said, hey, here's where I began my transformation. Every single story, and what's happening with Pedro and Benny and everybody in here, you must transform. Heroes, if they don't transform, they're called anti-heroes. Michael Corleone, anti-hero, he never changed. Tony Montana, Scarface, he did not change. That's why he went down. He did not transform. Heroes like Neo, he was a computer hacker. He transformed, he became the one, and he was able to stop all those bullets and save the world. How did I transform? By starting that business with my brother, I was able to then go out in the field and raise the money for my dream, which was the movie. And I didn't even like high performance, but I had something that I just decided to do. By starting that business plan, opening up the business, when the time came to raise $100,000 from private equity investors, I was ready. But it came from what this gentleman here in the middle was talking about. Came from when I failed. And now, this is the special world. Now I get to come back here and share this story with you today. And believe it or not, if you guys just look at this, you've gone through this every single day of your lives. What was your call to adventure? Maybe Pedro or Benny sent an ad. You saw it. Hey, truly epic stories. What was your threshold guardian to come here? Money, time, energy, parking lot, the garage. Those are all thresholds. Those stop you from moving forward. Challenges and temptations. You got lost. You couldn't find a theater. Hopefully you've had a great time tonight. You didn't die.
Yeah.
You're going to transform. You're going to walk away from here today more positive, right? You're going to know you see our backstories. And now you're going to go back to your ordinary lives and share what you've experienced here tonight. So everybody here tonight was what? Hero.
No.
The hero's journey. Anything else you guys want to add? Pedro and Benny?
You first.
No.
Because I'm done. Thank you so much.
I really want to thank Juan for the opportunity. I want to thank you all for coming. For those who are watching online, those who bought the ticket, you're right about the parking. It was a nightmare to park. Those who didn't give up after parking and coming to the theater. So, thank you.
Yeah, let's give it up for Juan. I mean, what amazing. I mean, it's never easy bringing your dream to reality because a lot of people are still fantasizing. And so I'm just grateful. Thank you so much. Great to meet you.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to connecting further and just a wonderful opportunity. And again, I think there's so many things that we can take away, both from the personal side, from the business side, from the journey side. And so we just can't underestimate these moments. And these are those moments you never get back. And so make sure you take them, you run with them, and you do something with it. Because if not, then you'll miss out. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can I get the phone number for Brian?
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. I didn't have time to go into the stories of things, but you know.
Benny.
Oh, you got it.
Two gentlemen.
Good job, man.
Two gentlemen.
Good job, man.
Thank you, brother.
Oh, absolutely. We got to
I
connect.
enjoyed it, absolutely.